Hi there. In this quick video we'll be taking a look at these TRONIC accus and see if they're any good. So if you have a Lidl in your city, oh, my bandage is coming out, you will know that from time to time Lidl has these thingies, and lately it has them even with these interesting colors which my daughters really like. Rainbow, normally they are greenish, and these things are supposed to be 2500 milliamp hours, obviously 1.2 volts because they are nickel metal hydride, 4 of them, AA size. They also come in AAA size, but I didn't need those at the moment. I will buy in the future also a set of that variant when they come around, just to have around. They come pre-charged. They are good up to 1000 charge cycles, which is really nice. As I was trying to say before, my camera rudely stopped recording. I have no clue what's up with that. Anyway, I think they are actually low self-discharge. Although I don't see that mentioned anywhere on them, they come pre-charged. So if they were not low self-discharge, they would actually discharge by themselves from the moment they are manufactured and presumably be almost empty when you get them. So I think they don't discharge themselves quite easily, but I don't see that mentioned anywhere on the package, but I think that's the case because normally for pre-charged accus they have that low self-discharge rate most of the time, if not all of the times. Anyway, so what I can do at the moment, pop these things out, put them in a tester and see if at least they come with the rated capacity. And then something even better, we have a pair right in here that I have for 3 years. Is it more than 3 years? Maybe 4 years at this moment. Jesus, time flies. They all are the old style. As you can see here, still TRONICs, 2400 milliamp hour, a bit weaker they were at that time. And I will also test these ones to see how much they lost in capacity. And at least we can get an opinion overall about TRONIC if they are worth it or not. So let me test these ones first and then this. And I popped them in the tester. And I don't want to charge them. As you can see, the voltage, they are actually pre-charged. This is a high voltage for nickel metal hydride. So yes, they are charged, but I don't want to charge them. I want to test them at 500 milliamp hours because that's the charging current for them. And the discharging will be tested when I have this setting at 300 milliamp hour. Test is finished and yeah, unexpected. Capacity is a bit lower. I would have honestly thought that they will be quite close to their rated capacity. I will check the package and see if anywhere on them writes a minimum capacity. Maybe the minimum is actually lower than the rated one, but So let me test the older ones and see how those fare, and then I will also test a few other brands that I have around the house and see, but if I remember correctly, most of those Eneloops, for example, were at the rated capacity. So, and yes, the voltage is much higher than the one that was initially in them. So are they low self-discharge? Are they not? I still think they are. So they are telling us maximum capacity will be reached after 5 charging cycles. But why didn't I see such behavior with other brands? There's another chance that maybe I did not test directly other brands when they were brand new. So I started to use them and then randomly decided, hey, let's give them a test and see how much capacity they have. And these things were brand new. Maybe that's the difference. I don't know. I'm gonna pop them into this toy and basically let's do the 5 cycles and see what we get. and the ones that were in the toy are now being tested. Again, 500 milliamp hours. On them it's stated 480 milliamp hours for charging. So yeah, we are close enough. And we have the end of the test, and this one is shot. These ones half decent. They don't have 2400 as they should, but yeah, close enough after many years, about 3 years of use or something like that. So happy with it, but this one is shot. I will try to test it again and see if we get anything else. And just want to mention, they were always used together, so this did not get any sort of different treatment. So it was just something weaker inside of it that failed sooner. Second test, almost 1500. So what I'm thinking now, let me force this into a few more tests. Maybe we can wake it up and get it back to its normal capacity. And at the same time, I'm testing a 1900 milliamp hours minimum loop that has been beaten up over the years. I think it's about as old as this, if not even older. So let me see what that one will give us. Oh, sorry, it wasn't on test. My bad. After another test, capacity is way better. It's still charging, but the capacity is already measured. loop should be 1900, quite close to it. And this random battery from a solar light should be 600, quite close also. So at this point I will be rerunning the test for another time for all three and see what values do we get. Another test has ended, 1974, this 1771, and this one 557. This is a 600, so this does not lose that much over time. Neither did this thing lose too much. This did lose. I'm going to just give them one last test, and oh, what did I do? I think I started the test on this one. Yeah, that's okay. And see what they do, but for this one I don't think there will be a return journey. Probably it's just a little bit damaged inside, but I will still use it in garden lights. And after the last charging cycle, these are the capacities, so not really any gains. I will write the new capacities on the cells. This has lost the most, so I don't like that. The other three did not lose as much. This one had some internal issues because they were used exactly in the same way and always charged in this thing. And for these guys, I'm going to take them out. They are not completely discharged. It seems they last and last and last. I want to do those 5 cycles, but this thingy can do the cycles. I will do a fast discharge initially, a fast test, which basically means discharge to 0 and charge to 100. And then do 4 more full tests and see what capacity we get. Will it rise from the initial one, or that's just a load of... In case it's not clear, I'm doing a fast test because this one discharges them to 0 and then charges them. This is not an accurate measurement, but I just want to do another cycle because the little car just couldn't discharge them in any sort of usable time. And I don't want to make this video in a year. So yeah, and the normal test charges to max, discharges, and then charges back and measures the discharged capacity. The fast test measures the charged capacity, so that's not accurate. But we are just using it to put another cycle on the batteries. So these are the results of the quick test. As you can see, they are unusable. And I will do a normal test, and they are unusable just because they do not take losses into consideration. They just measure how much it can be pumped into these cells, but that's not how much you can actually get out of the cells. This is second real capacity measurement. It seems to be really increasing. So yeah, up until now they were right. Now I need to enter again all of them in test mode. Third measurement done. I think we still have some gains. So let's start the fourth measurement. Okay, we have third charge finish. I don't think we are gaining anything. Let's start the fourth one. Fourth test is over. Nope, capacity not increasing anymore. They are still charging, but the capacity test of part of this is finished. So now I can give them a new capacity test. It will continue to charge up to full and then discharge to see how much it can drain from them. But yeah, honestly, up until now, this look like 2400 milliamp hour cells to me, exactly as the old ones were. Why they decided to write 2500 milliamp on these rainbow ones, I have no clue, because they are not. Or at least not according to my charger that charges at 500 milliamp hours as it's written on the cells, so that's perfect. And this charges at 300 milliamp hour. So maybe with an even lower discharge they could have a bit higher capacity, but that's unrealistic for many use cases, even lower than 300 milliamp hour discharge rate. And we have the final values. I will put all of them in a table, but I do consider this 2400 milliamp hour cells. I don't know why they have written on them 2500, because I don't think they really are. So that's about it for these cells. I think they are more or less the same as the old model, but they are just colorful and they have wrote on them 2500 instead of 2400, but I don't see that capacity. I've done 5 cycles and nope, did not increase more than 2400 at any point in time. So yeah, and overall for the quality of them, as you could see, my old set, 3 of them are still really good after, I don't know, 4 years or how long they have been in use, and one of them lost a bit more of the capacity, but yeah, still working. So I will still use it in solar lights and stuff like that, where capacity is not that crucial. So yeah, that's about it. If you have any sort of experience with this, tell us in the comments what did you encounter when using them. And yeah, that's about it again. See you in the next video. Bye.